A tiny team of New Zealand troops is doing its bit to improve the plight of millions of South Sudanese people affected by war. There's only 3 of them, but as Michael Morrow discovered on a trip there with World Vision, they are making quite an impact.
Say kia ora kiwi, kia ora kiwi.
Amid the squalor of a UN protection of civilian camp, Kiwi troops are proving a welcome distraction.
I already know personally that I've already made an impact and I've achieved some things already to help this community.
Major Fraser Winskill works as a military liaison officer for the United Nations, helping coordinate patrols and the delivery of aid.
So this is a UN water point here, Fraser?
It is, Mike, yeah. So what you can see here is the families gathering water from a NGO water point.
He's based here in Malakau, where in February 25 were killed during an attack on this camp, a place where 38,000 have sought shelter from the ongoing tribal violence.
It's a very dynamic and fluid place. The security situation changes very rapidly here.
New Zealand's contribution in South Sudan has already been recognised with a gallantry star. In 2014, Major Jeff Faraday got 72 people to safety when a barge he was travelling on came under heavy fire while travelling up the Nile. Lieutenant Colonel Mel Childs works at the UN headquarters developing plans to respond to fighting and environmental disasters like flooding.
There have been a number of atrocities committed in this country, and you know, at some point it would be good to see that there is some justice for the people and the population of South Sudan.
It's a harsh, hostile place, especially for children.
It makes me realise how lucky we are as New Zealanders to be born where we're born, how lucky my children are. And you know, these kids, they have nothing. They have limited food, they have no toys, they maybe have one set of clothes, and yet they still smile, they laugh, they find joy in the small things.
An end to the fighting, fear and inequality. It's what everyone wants here.
They still hope for peace, and they just have such incredible resilience. It's quite inspiring, to be honest.
The Kiwi Defence contingent will remain in South Sudan until October. They say it is a hard road ahead for this fledgling nation, but that there is still hope.
And our correspondent Michael Morrow joins us now. Michael, as we saw there's just 3 of them, but they are achieving a lot.
Yes, they are. They're part of around 13,000 UN personnel from around 60 countries. And so, look, we've got a small team on the ground, but in typical Kiwi fashion, they're doing everything from negotiating with military commanders to planning operations.
Good all-rounders.
It's been fantastic you've been able to go over there and tell these stories, but has there been enough focus on this crisis?
No, I don't think so. I think to an extent the migrant crisis in Europe has taken the world's eyes away from the struggle in South Sudan. And look, in a way it's become a bit of a forgotten war. And for me personally, it was sad to see children growing up surrounded by so much violence, and there are so many of them. 750,000 children have been forced from their homes by this war.
Great job, Michael. Thank you.
And World Vision is providing life-saving aid in South Sudan, and if you would like to help, please visit worldvision.org.nz.